Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video we built the most beautiful greenhouse over here with two different variant farms. So we got a horizontal farm and a circular farm, and I've already spent some time decorating this really cool farm, and I've been using the cluttered mod to do some cool little extra features. And in today's video we are going to create a dye farm. Over here behind me, this is the build. We're going to go ahead, create a dye farm, and it's going to be super awesome, very easy to put together, and I can't wait to show you the rest. So let's jump into the video. And the build is done. There we go. Okay, so I went ahead and I made the banners. So I'll show you a little clip of how I made the banners. Okay, banner time. Right, we're going to take the blue banner and I'm going to start with that. So we're going to do the letter D. So we're going to do the right bar. Then we're going to change the dye out so that I can do this little diamond shape just to get that shape. And then over here, I'm going to just add in 3 because we're going to do the top. I'm going to do the bottom. That's a pretty cool D just on its own. And there we go, the left. Put the blue back in and we can do the outline. Just makes it look a little bit neater. There we go, there's the D. Okay, let's do the Y. And this is just going to be some white dye. We're going to do the diagonal. Put some purple dye in. And then we're going to block off the bottom. So that bottom bar, there we go. And then more white dye and we do the other cross and there's your Y. It's finished. And your E. So we're going to go ahead and do the center bar. But then I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to shorten it by using the right bar. Put the white back in and we're going to do the top and the bottom. And the bottom. Suppose we could have just left the white in because we need to do the left hand side, and we need to just put the pink in to do the outline, and there we go, we're done. And we've got dye. Cool, let's go. Dye at the dye shop. That's so cool. Okay, so I need to just duplicate these things quickly. So before we go ahead and do that, I need to duplicate them. But this hole is going to be where we're going to be doing the black. And luckily I have black concrete, which we gathered in a live stream. So this was going to be coal, but I managed to get some black dye from the river over there. We got some squid and done. There we go. And then some black wool. We can just put it coming out the sides, you know, maybe it's spilling. Yeah, okay. The black stuff is spilling. You know, people that gathering all the ink out of these things, or not the ink, the dye, the coloring out of this, maybe they spilled a little bit. Some of the colors blended together. I love this, it's so cool. And then these blended together, and then I don't know the color difference between yellow and black. It would be like a funky green or brown. We just leave it, it's fine. But yeah, so this would be representing some dye pots, or maybe where we create the dye or mix it, or these are the colors and then we blend it together, making everything else we need. This is the house, so this blue wood and the pink just goes together so beautifully. And then this is where the colors are going to be. So right now I've just represented it in wool because concrete's expensive, wool's cheaper. But anyway, so the red will obviously be here. The way that I'm going to set this up, so I was chatting to my live stream. Let's have a little heart here. I was chatting to my live stream and people that attended the live stream gave me their answers, and I'd like your feedback as well. What do you think about... Oh, the Wandering Trader's there. Okay, let's get back to it. What do you think about the Create mod? Creating every single color So in this case, we're going to be creating every single dye, but I feel like that's kind of wasteful. And at what point are you losing the Minecraft, craftability by an auto crafting every single color? Don't you think it would be better if we went, all right, so we're going to make the standard colors, the red, yellow, blue, green, all of those colors. But if you want cyan, you need to go ahead and get the blue, get the green, and mix it yourself and get cyan. And if you want orange, so in this case, if you want orange, you go ahead and you take yellow and red and you mix orange. I think that's better, you know, because you're still playing Minecraft, we're still playing the game. But I'd like your input on this. I think it'll be very valuable insights just to hear what you guys think. Because right now, I feel like it's very wasteful. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But for now, we're going to go ahead and make the farm and the farm aspect of it. And I've got a cool new storage mod that I want to show you. And it's going to be amazing. So let's get into making the farm. Let's see what this dude has. Wow, buddy. Mangrove propagule. You know what? I need that. I need that. It's the only wood I don't have. I really struggle to find a mangrove swamp. No emeralds. Seriously? Seriously. No emeralds? Cabbage? Oh my goodness. What are you guys doing here? No, 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 no. Oh no. Really, buddy? Ew. Okay, bye. Wasn't there a third dude here? Oh, that was a surprise. Hey, buddies. Aren't you glad I put that door there? Okay. Jeepers. Hi, dude. Can I have some emeralds, please? I just saved your lives, you know. Okay, 13 emeralds. Thank you. I'll put this over here. Pick that back up, because clearly that works. Hi, buddy. Can I have some proper ghoulies? I'm going to take one more. Sure, that's expensive. So you got some grey dyes, some flowers. Sea pickles. Yes, I want that. Okay, thank you. Bye. So apparently you can grow sea pickles and make lime dye. I'm going to try it. But first, I need to put this propagule down. So we have backups. Theo, do you want to turn the farm on for me, my friend? Thanks, dear. So the idea that I had was to put the barrels down here at the entrance, just so they look kind of cute. Here we go. This is the little entrance, a little pathway as you're walking in. And on these barrels, we are going to add the hopper pots. So these are the botany hopper pots. And what happens is you put a flower in, you put a growth medium, so in this case, dirt. The hopper pot will automatically grow the flower. And because it contains a hopper, it will input the flowers into the barrel. And then what we're going to do there is once we've got a certain amount of flowers, so we're going to just say we're going to do those flowers, we're going to have a system underneath that's going to be pulling out all of these items. So I'm just going to do this for now, just so that you can see what is going on from underneath here. So I've opened up this whole area over here. We're going to have a chute that's going to extract the flowers out. It's going to go into a grinder. It's going to grind the flowers into the dye options. And then these dye options are going to be sent over and put into the relevant barrels containing the relevant colors. So as I mentioned, I won't be doing orange, but I'll be doing red, yellow. Now that we've got sea pickles, lime, we'll be doing this. We're doing green. We're going to be doing blue, magenta, white, light gray, and brown. So for black, we're just going to go to the river and just, you know, have to do some squid options. Or we can crush coal and get the black dye out of that. And I believe that when you crush coal, I believe you're also going to get some of this gray. So that's going to work out pretty good for us. I'm going to go over here and just pop out. And then over here, I was going to put in mixing basins. So if I want to bulk mix a whole lot, so if I want to have a whole lot of colors, so I want to do orange and light blue or whatever it is, I can just pump the colors in, and I'm going to show you how we can do the filter for that, where you pump the colors in and it can automatically run. It will fill up the relevant barrels as we need the colors. So I'm not saying it's not an option. I'm just saying it's not an option that I'm going to have automated for right now. I'm going to go ahead and get the components for the storage mod, and I'll bring you back in. I'm just going to go ahead and place everything in. So cactus needs sand. On this side, we are going to pop 4 botany pots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can go ahead and add everything that we need. So sea pickle needs water. Cocoa beans need jungle log. Allium needs dirt. And the cornflower just needs regular dirt. So this is going to make the white dye, yellow dye, red dye, green dye, light green dye. Just, you know, why not? Let's just see how that goes. Then we got brown, magenta, and blue. Okay, popping on downstairs here, we are underneath the barrels. So these are basically the source barrels. I'm not going to put the shoots in right now because then the flowers are just going to fall out. So I am going to place a temporary block just here so that we can put the grindstones. So we can put the mills in place. There we go. And on this side, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 millstones. Underneath the millstones, we are going to have shoots. And in the shoots, they are going to pop off into these barrels. The reason that they need to stay in the barrels is it's difficult to extract the item out of that. So it's just easier if it goes straight into the barrel. We're going to be using Tom's simple storage mod. So you'll see I've got it here in JER. So this is the storage mod. It's actually pretty interesting. So you got the inventory connector. So what this does is once we've connected all of these inventories together, using the inventory cable, you can actually connect all the inventories together and you can view all of the inventory with this one place. So with the panel, oh, I didn't make one of these. So you get a storage terminal. I should have made one of those. I think I did make it. The colorful sheep. Okay, so coming back down here. Okay, so I've got everything that I need. So we've got the inventory connector and the storage terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I need to dig out one more layer underneath all of this. I do. Okay, and the reason I'm putting this down first, I know it seems like it's a bit backwards, but these hoppers, they don't like to connect from the bottom. They like to connect from the top of the cable. Then they connect correctly, because otherwise they just sit upside down and nothing moves out. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on. Okay, just want to connect all of the inventory slots together. Then we can pop all of this on. And we connect that on. So at the moment there's nothing, because there is nothing being produced, because there's no hoppers coming from the bottom there. So let's just go ahead. So you see we've got 5 sea pickles. Okay, let's put these guys in. Okay, nothing's going to happen because there's no power. So let's fix that quickly. Okay, 4096. I think that works a little bit better. It's a pretty cool shape. Okay, let's go ahead and connect everything. So I'm just going to run it straight underground. You won't even see it. We'll just go straight down. Straight underground. Okay, connected over there. The shaft connects this way. This one connects all the way over here. And here is the connection point. All of these are going to go ahead and grind away. And just to connect to this side. Here we go. Now they're all grinding away, making the dye. So the individual dye particles are going to go down and they're going to go into this barrel. So these filters haven't been sent yet. So I'm just going to wait for these to fill up a little bit. And we can go from there. Looks so cool. Okay, so I've made a mistake. I did this in my testing world as well. We need to go ahead and use the inventory cable connector. So what this does is it will connect all of these inventories to these inventories essentially. And when we go ahead and we pop this down, this is going to connect it. So you can actually see there in Jade. It's connected everything. So if we click here, we can actually see the combined inventory of these barrels with one view. Okay, so that's the view. This is a different network at the bottom here. So this is basically the extraction network that's going to have a cable lead that's going to go into all of these barrels. So these barrels are going to be using the filtered option. So the filtered option means I need to put blue in here. This is going to have light blue. This is going to have cyan. So these are the options that need to go in here to say this is what's going to go into this barrel. And here is the cables for each of these options. Okay, there we go. The barrel's now connected. I need to go and make some more of this inventory cable. We're going to connect both sides of these barrels the same way that we connected this. And we're going to have a line that's going to feed up into this network that's at the top here. I need to go ahead and make some more cables. Okay, I got 35 more cables. I think this might be enough, but let's just go ahead and find out. Okay, and then I'm going to connect them across. The reason I'm doing this is it just helps with the speeding up of the data transfer. So when we're transferring all of the information, all of the colors from the barrels over here, it's going to take forever. If it enters here and it's going to run through that whole loop to come to green, it can have a shortcut and just go to green that way. Much quicker. Okay, there we go. So now this network is connected to this network over here. So these can just get joined in. Here we go. I've got 2 left. 1, 2. There we go. That's how that's going to join. So all we need to do now is we need to set the filters at the bottom. So I'm not going to set the filters on this side because the barrel only has 1 color. Sometimes the barrel has 2 colors. So in this case over here, this is the sea pickles. The sea pickles are putting out the green dye and the lime dye. And I know there's another flower like this one. This flower does the same thing. So I'm not going to limit the filter by saying you only going to bring out purple or you only going to bring out magenta. I'd much rather the filter just kind of go, these are the colors that we have. Where do they go? So we need to go ahead and we need to pop the filters, the colors in each of these filters. We don't have to have the specific colors to do that. We can just do dye and we can go, right, this is the purple one. So I'm going to open the filter. So I'm clicking on it and I'm just going to click and drag the purple over. So it doesn't mean I have to have it in my inventory for it to work. Clicking on the filter, this was magenta, click and drag. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest. So this is pink. White. Let's do a quick time lapse. The last one is a blue. Okay, so now these filters at the top here are set, meaning this box will only receive blue and so on. So this one will receive lime. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen is these items are going to be pushing the data through this cable and into this network over here. Okay, so in order for it to move the items through, it has to go through an inventory connector and then the items will get pushed through. So if we look through here, we can see the numbers are increasing. The numbers are actually moving. Let's go to the top and see if the barrels have dye in them. Okay, so we're going to go to the blue barrel. There we go. Blue barrel is filtering in. And obviously we've got some purple. We're going to have some magenta. We're going to have some white that's going to come through. Some red. It's all working. The brown. What else do we have? No, we got lime green, yes. And we've got dark green. Okay, there we go. The farm is essentially working. I still got my goggles on. The farm is working and everything is running through, and it's just going to keep producing as long as there's power, and as long as those little grindstones are going to keep going, it's going to just keep producing flowers. And this is just the little dye farm that we got going on. So if at any time I find an orange flower in the world, I can go ahead and I can replace one of these things with the orange flower. Then the orange flower here will keep going. And the same with black. If I ever get my hands on wither roses, imagine. If I get my hands on wither roses, I'm just going to go ahead and pop it into one of those things. I need to sleep because it's nighttime and it's going to get dark and dangerous. Okay, good morning. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to finish decorating this place and I will give you a final view of when it's done. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the inside first. So we got the awesome sheep of color. Oh, that's such a cool picture. So this is an AI generated picture. I just said colorful sheep in vibrant colors. So that's a pretty cool picture. This is just some decoration. I wanted to get some pots and stuff, but I need more clay. So I need to get pots. I want to put flowers in here, make it look all colorful. And this is the mixing basin. So I'm going to take you downstairs and show you what to do with this. But these straw statues that you see outside here, I am going to make this whole area come to life. And what it does is, you saw at my tree farm, so it's basically the same thing. We just go in here and we say, this is going to be SandySparkles. And then it changes to my little character. And then I can say what's, you know, how I want it to look. So I'm going to go in here and put my name. Or we can just say, pay here. So it looks like you need to pay in this point. And there we go. I'm holding up my hand. Pay me money if you're going to take my dye. So that's pretty cute. And then over here, I have permission from all of my friends to put them in my world. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. Diosil25. He is going to be staring at the flowers, probably telling me what to do. Sandy, you need to water this plant. Over here, we got Neat Grease. She's very excited about all the colors in this world. Over here, this is one of my troublemakers. Lovejoy17, and he is going to be sitting in the mud. Well, he's going to be sitting in the ink. There is a sitting one. There it is there. And I need to take gravity off of him. No gravity. And then we can make him go lower. And there we go. He's sitting in the black dye and loving life. He's quite a troublemaker, that one. It's very funny. And then this is Grain. I wanted Grain to look like he's falling in. Like he's been running around these vats the whole time and then he falls in. So, Grain, you are going to fall in. Revived Grain. Revived Grain, my friend. Let's make you look like you're tripping. There we go. This is the one. But you're going to be leaning forward. So let's lean you forward. Rotation. Is it this one? Yep. That one. But he needs to be aiming more this way. Oh, it's so funny. There we go, Grain. You are going to fall forward. You're falling forward into this thing. Is it this one? There we go. You are falling in. You're going to be falling into yellow. And you're going, ooh! And this is my pink loving friend, Dippy. Dippy Blether. There we go. My pink friend. What is she going to be doing? I want her to almost be like she's dancing with this pink block. Like she's so excited to see this pink block. This is the pink block that she wants. And then we got one of my dear friends, William, Mr. So Green. Mr. So Green is currently red. And he's going to be ordering this stuff from me. So I need to get another lime block. And then he can put it in his hand and go, Sandy, you need to give me this more of this green stuff. Oh, goodness me. Okay, he wants the green stuff. Here we go, William. You're going to be ordering some lime concrete from me. And this over here this was a pretty funny thing. So when I was chatting to Emity about it, she's like, no. You need to make it look like I'm face palming. So there is a face palm move. Where is it? Is it this one? Yep. There we go. Face palm. Because she's talking then to none other than Potato. And Potato is just face palming all the way. Imagine me dragons. This is Potato's Minecraft skin. I'm going to put his game name over here. Sputzley. Show the name. He needs to be doing the pose that he always does. And this was pretty funny. What, Emity? Why are you face palming? And she's going, oh, Potato. And he's going, what? I could just hear it. It's pretty funny. Okay, there we go. Let's show everybody's name. I'm going to go ahead and put all of their names on top here. Show name. There we go. Neatvries. Let's just copy. And paste. And there we go. My friends have joined me in this world. So we've got Lovejoy and Grain, Neatvries, Diosil, Dippy, Mr. So Green, Emity, and Sputzley. This is still funny. And this is the dye farm. This is the building. Oh, we got one last thing to show you. One last thing. I wanted to show you how to connect the mixing basins with this whole situation. So you have to turn it on. So by terminating this connection over here, you're no longer sending it into this network. You're going to send it into this network over here. But you need to filter these things. So, okay, and then we need to add the filters onto the front of these basins. So they need to know what colors they need to make. So if we're going to say, for example, we want to make some cyan, we're going to have to take a piece of blue and a piece of green and make cyan. So we're going to do it here in our inventory. And then we need to go ahead and grab the ingredients that make up that cyan dye. Okay, so we're going to pop the cyan dye over there and we're going to click on this filter, which is just a connection. So you can see it's peeking through the floor. And on this over here, we're going to set the filter as in we need to have these two colors. The filter is going to know to pull these two colors into the basin. The basin itself is going to know to mix cyan. We're going to do the same thing for the rest of them. So let's just go ahead and add another option. Let's go ahead and do orange. Okay, so I need 2 of those and 2 of those. We're gonna mix the orange because we need to tell the basin to make orange. So the basin's gonna know to make orange and the filters are gonna know to send red and yellow up there. So let's say, okay, this one is orange, so basin knows to make orange. Filter is going to take these 2 colors and bring it into the basin. The colors are coming in. Okay, so we just need to set the rest of the filters and we can start blending all the colors. So we've got pink, which is going to be bringing in white and red. There's white already coming in. Okay, so for the purple basin over here, we are going to put 1 red and 1 blue. And then it's going to bring in red and blue and mix the basins. I'm just going to make a hole here. Oh, look at that. How convenient is that? Alright, so in my backpack, I have all of this stuff. I kept it here just in case I needed it. And we've got some of those and we just need 1 of those. Okay, and then I need to convert this one to a vertical option so that we can just send it this way. There we go. Gonna have a vertical option. Okay, I'm gonna do some gear ratios. Here we go. Andesite casing, so I can put the small cog back onto that one. You see it's going much faster now. Do you think I can do one more? Ooh, I think we should do one more. Put that casing on there. Then that guy can just do this. Connect that. And there we go. They're all going fast enough to mix. All of these colors are going to go beautifully. Oh, and I kind of messed up again. This was a couple of days ago. We should have had the filter at the bottom and these inputs on the side, so that at least it can pump out into that inventory once it's done. But you get the gist. So at the end of the day, we're going to be putting the filter at the back over here. So these filter pieces would just pop onto the back, and the same hopper filter that's set up at the bottom here will go underneath, and this line will then connect to this line. So we just need to make this line connect down and go over here, and then it connects into this network over here, which will take it back into its storage boxes, because at the end of the day the filters underneath are set. So purple will go in here, cyan will go in there, orange will go in there, and everything will actually be set up and work beautifully. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one. Okay, I'm going to stop this one and let this one carry on going through, and this one can keep going through and keep pumping up into that one, into the main storage connection. And we'll leave this as our secondaries because we don't need any of these colors right now. And that is it for this episode. Oh my goodness, this episode was so cool and so colorful, and I'm so happy that I was able to get all my friends in here to come and join me. It's so cool. And if you enjoyed this video, and if you are one of my friends, leave a comment below. Tell me, answer some questions, tell me what you think, give me some feedback. I want to know what you guys think about this build, and I want to know what you think about Tom's storage module. It's very interesting. It's lovely because it doesn't require any power, unlike AE2, which requires power. This one doesn't. I wanted to get into AE2 on this build, but it seems like my meteorites are messed up and none of them want to work. So they're not giving me the mysterious block that gives me all the plates or anything. So I think starting that's going to be very slow, and it's going to be a lot of ingredients that I'm going to have to find. So I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm just going to go ahead, use Tom's storage because it looks pretty cool, and it's getting me by. It's fine. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And if you like this video, give me a like. And if you want to see more from this crazy face, then subscribe. And why don't you subscribe and enjoy our live streams? I live stream every single Wednesday. I get to hang out with these guys, and we get to talk a whole lot of nonsense, have fun, have jokes, tell some funny stories, and all of those things. So if you want to see that and you like that kind of stuff, subscribe to my channel. And it's Friday, so that means it's weekend. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.